Hello everyone, how you doing today? Welcome. Sorry about the slight delay. A little bit of issues with the audio. There's a bit of a delay in it. I think I got it fixed now. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna be driving the G-Wagon, this beautiful VA-powered brick on wheels. I'm kind of excited to actually drive this thing. It's gonna be really fun. Trying to navigate some of the off-road courses and everything. I'm gonna try to mostly do off-road courses. Actually, I'm gonna down my mic a bit. There we go. And of course, the very first race, we got a race at Winter Trump against the Lotus Esprit. We got a four-wheel drive system. We're heavier, of course. We got four-wheel drive. We got plenty of mechanical grip. We got that raised ride height to handle some of the bumpier sections. And we got lots of power, so let's show the Brits how to handle snow. And it's a German track as well. Like, it's a German track for a German SUV. Like, come on. Oh gosh, gotta learn the trail brake. I was playing some regular Assetto course a bit earlier today with some of my new racing team that I'm gonna be joining for next track season. So that's gonna be super fun as well. They actually all stream on Twitch as well. I'm the only one that streams on YouTube out of them. Cause I'm weird. I might make the switch. I don't know. I'm half tempted to. Just because everyone else I know streams there, so it'd be kind of cool to like be able to raid them, and then you have them raid me and everything like that. But I'm just so familiar with YouTube, so it's definitely something to consider maybe going into the future. Regardless, though, I'm happy streaming now. I'm enjoying playing all the games and everything like that. I do like the fact that YouTube has the VOD feature, which is nice. So you can even go back and like view streams from like over a year ago now. Because I have actually been streaming for now over a year. It's crazy to think about that. You know, the old Car Mechanic Simulator streams and all of those old games a while back ago. The old Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Hello there. Welcome, Greg. Hope you're doing well today. We got a brick. A very understeery brick. You can see that is a beautiful color though. This kind of dark blue green G-Wagon in the snow as well. Like this is where it's meant to be on the off-road courses. It's actually got a lot of mechanical grip. It's just understeery, and its brakes aren't that great, but it's got plenty of power. And it's got that good acceleration out of the corners, so you gotta really slow it down going into some of these tighter corners. Driving with the swag. Yeah, we are like a G-Wagon right now. Oh my gosh. But to be fair though, like as far as SUVs go, I'd definitely prefer SUVs a bit more on the more off-roady side. It definitely gives them a little bit more purpose. Because if you want a performance SUV, you may as well just get a performance like wagon or like a sedan or something like that. I didn't expect to tune in to see a G-Wagon in the snow. Welcome, Jaden. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, we're gonna try to do mostly off-road tracks with the G-Wagon if possible. Just because that's where we can really kind of use its all-wheel drive and high grip to its advantage. Plus, it is good training as well, driving in adverse conditions. You know, not every race is gonna be all sunshine and grip. Okay, gotta brake way early there. Gotta brake way early. But yeah, not every race is gonna be sunshine and optimum grip and everything. Sometimes the track is gonna be very wet or very slippery, and you just gotta be able to adapt as well. And this is good training for that as well. Kind of readapting to braking a lot earlier. He also rubbed well from walking in steel-toe boots and dress shoes all last weekend. Oh no. What was all last weekend? What you ended up doing? Aside from rubbing your heels raw, of course. Like, that sounds... Oh my gosh. Like, hopefully they didn't, you know, make you, like, do massive amounts of walking. In dress shoes of all things. Like, hopefully, you know... When you do, like, your workouts and everything, you have, like, proper shoes or proper boots and all that. Hello? Welcome, Mr. Midnight. Hope you're doing well today. Right now, we got the magnificent Brick. And it is racing in the snow. Walls. Quals. I need to walk all over base to get them. What are quals? I'm not nearly as familiar with some of those military terms. I used to be in aerospace, but I was an engineer, a civilian engineer in aerospace, so I do know a little bit of that, just from osmosis of being around some, like, you know, actual soldiers and everything like that. But I don't know the full terminology list. I'm playing some Forza Horizon 5. Got the new cars that came out today. Oh, what came out today? I know you were super excited for the Bronco Raptor, but that came out a couple weeks ago, I think, right? So what's today? I think is today the Golf? Oh, brake! Please. the understeer is absolutely insane. Sending various watchers on an instruction as someone who is already qualified. So to be qualified to stand watch. Oh, okay. Cool. I mean, it definitely sounds very painful, but it's good that, you know, you're getting the training and everything like that. You're getting all the, you know, the hands-on training and everything. So today it was the Corvette Z06 and the Plymouth. Oh, the Plymouth. I know Fonty's probably drooling over the Plymouth. That one is a nice one as well. The classic Plymouth. Bonk. That one is gonna be really, really nice. I gotta start playing some Forza Horizon as well. I gotta play a Forza game in general. I've never actually played a Forza game. How do they handle? How do they drive? I imagine with the 2023 Corvette Z06, that one takes really good pictures, especially, you know, in action at high speed. No, it's just iRacing. I gotta be able to be semi-clean in a set of Corsa Competizione before I even try iRacing. You saw how much I was locking up with no ABS. I couldn't even get the KTM crossbow around the Nordschleife without spinning it a couple dozen times. On the bright side, have a 4-day weekend, and since it's all done, I have to do. Oh, you get lots of free time. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's always super nice to have that free time as well. Make some noise! Welcome, Adachi! Hope you're doing well. Yo! The Z06 is awesome. Oh, that is super cool. Yeah, it's got that mid-engine drivetrain as well. I'm hoping the GT3 Z06 is added to a couple of racing sims as well, because driving that would be so much fun. So much fun. Call my dad, who I haven't seen in 3 months. Oh, that's probably a morale booster as well. I like those, like, during college, you know, the little, not necessarily breaks where you get to go home, but like the little breaks where you have some free time, you get to kind of catch up with family and friends and everything, you know, play some games online with them and everything. Oh my gosh, it helped so much. It helped to get rid of the burnout and everything. Super nice. You can upgrade the rear tire size of the bow video. Oh, you can turn it into a drag car. Give it the massive rear tires, the massive rear slicks. Make it do wheelies. You can probably tune it to do wheelies. Set the rear suspension super stiff, front super soft. What's the other way around? I forget which. I'm not as knowledgeable about tuning cars for drag racing. I get to watch the stream. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Glad you have a little bit of that free time for this. I'm glad you're spending some free time doing this as well. Definitely appreciate the support. I get to struggle with this brick. And also put a blow it. Oh, sweet. Oh, you could do so many street rod builds as well. I gotta start playing some Forza Red. I gotta start. There's so many games I want to play. There's so many games I want to stream, right? And it's just so. I don't have enough time to stream everything. Like, I want to stream more than I physically can. Oh, Brennan, step up there. The Plymouth. The Plymouth. So I think the Belvedere, it's a Mopar chassis, so it's probably similar to the Dodge. What was the Dodge version of the Belvedere? I gotta look that up after this race. What the Dodge version of it was, because they shared a lot of the same chassis. Plymouth and Dodge did. For example, the Superbird was also the Charger Daytona. The Challenger was the Barracuda and everything. G-Wagon, welcome Aether Yuki. G-Wagon. Oh yeah, so that is this. The car we're driving, the Mercedes, technically it's the GL500, I think, something like that. But its nickname is the G-Wagon, because it's a shortening of the super crazy long Glendale Wagon or something like that. That the actual name of the G-Wagon is. Looks like a Plymouth Fury. What's the difference? That's a good question. I don't know my Mopars nearly as well as I know my GMs and my Fords. I think the Fury might be like the... I think that the Fury might be the more performance-oriented version, and the Belvedere might be the more luxury-oriented version. But I'm not too sure. To be fair though, that was during a time where the American car market, like, they had a lot of like mid-size and full-size cars that kind of occupied very similar classes, for lack of better words. Like, you had multiple full-size cars from GM. You had, you know, the Malibu and the Impala. For Ford, you know, you had the Galaxy and the what else was the with the Galaxy? The Galaxy's the big one, I know, but the other one that was very similar. The Fairlane, yeah. Like, you had a lot of big Fords there. So that it might be just another offering of full-sized or semi-full-sized Plymouth. Better than Wagon Meisterschaft. Yeah, German is a tricky language. They like to combine words. Alright, so Plymouth Belvedere. Yeah, so the Fury, I just looked it up, the Fury was the super high performance version of the Belvedere. That's the difference. So it's like you had the Pontiac Le Mans and you had the Pontiac GTO. Well, you have the Fury is basically the GTO of Plymouth, for lack of better words. And what is the actual full name of the G-Wagon? The full name was Wagon. Oh, the Wagon. This. I'm putting it in chat. Wagon. Ratching initial D just realized everyone Takumi got into this stage just because some BS film his opponent. Yeah, the plot armor. The plot armor in initial D got to ridiculous levels in the final couple of stages. It was genuinely ridiculous. Genuinely. Because they're trying to find ways of, okay, this is like a super high performance, you know, R32 Nissan Skyline with like the full upgrades and everything. It's making like 470 horsepower. And it's up against Takumi's little AE86. Alright, how can we make it so that Takumi wins and make it believable? And it's just it's at that stage is basically the opponent has to make a mistake. Otherwise, if both of them are driving near perfectly, you know, it's over for the A86. Because as lovely as it is, as the 86 is to drive, genuinely, it's also a little inline four cylinder powered, solid rear axle car from the 80s that was basically just a lightweight, sporty car. Like it's basically the hardtop Miata. And a Miata's never gonna be a GT unless you like crazy upgrade it. And then they did him dirty with his career as he's a washed up rally driver in MF Go. Oh no! Poor Takumi. Bruh. He's like, back in my day, I was actually fast. Now I'm a rally driver. Oh, jeez. See, that's one thing I don't like about like sequel shows, is when they take the main cast of the previous show and turn them into like either like miserable people or like absolute failures, and you kind of, you're like, wow, geez, you peaked like super early. That's kind of sad. Like for example, like if you watch like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, like the whole gang, the whole previous gang, with the exception of like maybe Zuko and Sokka, like, alright, it's kind of sad. Like Katara's doing okay for herself, but like Toph's like, nah, I'm just gonna like leave my kids alone. Not gonna even be there for my kids. I'm just gonna, you know, become blind Yoda. I still don't know if he could have ever beat Punta in a race. In Equal Machinery, I think so. But it'd be a very close race. And I guess it depends on whose vehicle they were driving as well. Like if they're driving the 8.6, Takumi, I think Takumi would win. But if they were driving the Impreza, Bunta would have an advantage. Love the build video. It is really cool. I love my muscle cars. I love my pony cars. I love my American high performance vehicles. Give me my straight line speed. Give me that low rumble of a V8 motor. That's why even in ACC, granted GT3 doesn't have any American cars in ACC, unfortunately, but I love driving the Merc, the AMG GTR GT3, because that one's got a 6.3 liter V8 motor as well. It's a German V8, but it still sounds so nice. And it's basically, again, it's a car that has the straight line speed, but kind of sketch in the corners, especially the older Merc. Drag tires had me in love. Ah, nice. Yeah, make sure you post pics as well. Definitely want to see pictures of what you've done to it, the upgrades, and if you put a custom livery on it. Surprised we're doing this well on a road circuit in the G-Wagon. Body roll in this. The body roll in this thing. New crap pack is cool as well. Yeah, I saw some of the vehicles on that. Like, you got a lot of classic vehicles, a lot of cool Pontiacs as well. I think I'm probably most excited for the classic Firebird, the 68 Firebird. That looks nice, especially in that white and blue livery. That's very nice. Funny, Funta made a cameo by absolutely clapping the Ryusaki of MF Ghost in the GR Corolla. Yes, put him in the GR Corolla. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Even have like the tofu livery on it. Those are in the pack? What? I thought the 68 Fireball was in the new card pack. I might be mistaken. I might be misremembering it. But I could have sworn there was a couple of Pontiacs in the new card pack that were coming soon. Ryusuke's name is Michael Beckenbauer. 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 I'm gonna go to Soup Sav. Good night, Isaac. See you tomorrow. Alright, see you tomorrow. Hopefully the servers will be actually online so we can practice Alton Park. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow Ben Greg and Aether Yuki on Twitch. They stream a lot of racing games as well. A bit more modern games than I stream, but still really, really cool. It has the Singer, the S7LM, and the Chevy Trobos. And the Icona line. Oh! I could have sworn there was more. That might be a mistake on my part then. I apologize. What should we do now? Let's do another German track. Bergen Schlucht. Bergen. Go for a burger right now. I'm actually kind of hungry. I might get something to eat after this. Oh, the Pontiacs of this season. Oh, that is disappointing. That's sad. I was hoping that they'd just be part of the regular pack, but no, they're the season rewards. So unless I literally start playing now, I hope that they come back. That's it then. I just gotta. Ew. Okay, that's fine. My head's tilted sideways. Let me reset that. my head was just like, I'm like, I have attitude. Yeah, I gotta put the backwards baseball cap on and gold chains. Give me a mic. I'm gonna lay down a fat beat. Gosh, please don't ever have me try to freestyle rap. I got no flow. I got no lyrics. The sound of my raps would damage your hearing. Oh, that's cringe. Embrace the cringe. I think it's weird that the main character of MF Ghost is the underdog within the GT86. When there's a guy in the Civic Type R. What generation, what chassis Type R? Because if it's the more modern ones, the more modern Civic Type Rs are like, you know, closer to 300-ish horsepower. So they do have a major performance advantage compared to the GT86. At least in terms of power. The GT86 is probably the least powerful vehicle there on the grid. I mean, even if he's in the EK9, the EK9's got a better power to weight ratio than the GT86, believe it or not. It's just front wheel drive, which you can kind of tune around a little bit at lower horsepower. At higher horsepower, not as much, but at lower horsepower, you can definitely get a front wheel drive car very, very rapid. If it weren't for the fear of missing out, Forza 5 would be 100% recommended. Yeah, it seems like a fun game. Like, it's just kind of, you know, the ultimate playground. A second newest chassis, the one with the crap ton of fake vents. Oh. The FK8, I think? Okay, so yeah, that one's like at like 270, 280 horsepower. Like, it's got a surprising amount of straight line performance. And you look at the Nordschleife lap time on that thing, and it is fast. It's in the super low 8s or upper 7s in terms of lap time. I think I might be misremembering, but it's surprisingly quick for a front-wheel drive car. So yeah, it might be a bit on underdog there. To bring back Force Horizon Backstage, so we checked it in Force Horizon 4. What's Force Horizon Backstage? I've not heard of that before. Same as the GT86, right? No, the GT86 is only like 210, 215. Unless you're in the Gazoo Racing one. The Gazoo Racing one's a little bit more powerful. That one's closer to like 240. It really doesn't have a whole lot of power, the GT86. Like, a decent, like when it first came out, the Golf GTI was actually more powerful than its, the 2015 Golf GTI was more powerful than the GT86. It basically sold itself on being a relatively inexpensive, lightweight, rear-wheel drive sports car that wasn't a convertible like the Miata. Oh gosh, major understeer there. Although, if it's a second generation, I think the second generation is a little bit more powerful. Around like 220 to 230 horsepower in the standard trim. And maybe a little bit faster than that. Even so, the gap isn't that big, and treating like the GT86 is a piece of crap compared to the Civic. Yeah, that's true. Like, it'd be a fairly... Depending on track, it'd be a fairly even matchup with moderate advantage to the Civic. Assuming, again, both vehicles are bone stock. If the Civic has upgrades, then, you know, or if both vehicles have upgrades, then it could be anyone's game depending on how things go. But yeah, prior to that, like the Civic Type R is still a very quick vehicle. Like what is the? Let me look it up real quick. FK8 Type R. Okay, so the FK8 Civic Type R, alright, is 7 minutes and 45.38 seconds around the Nordschleife. Let me look at the GT86 as well. Oh gosh. The GT86 completed it in 8 minutes and 44 seconds. And then the newer one, slightly newer one, did it in 8:15. So, the FK8 does have a fairly significant advantage, but this is mountain racing, not on the Nordschleife. But I mean that is still a minute difference on the Nordschleife too. So it's it's kind of iffy. Both in depth and modded, I believe toward the end of the GT86 gets 250 horsepower. Nice. Okay, so it's probably, you know, a bit closer to an even matchup. But stock though, that GT86 needs a little bit of help. Jeez. All right. Let's see, what can we do? Yeah, let's do a race around Tsukuba in the wet in the G-Wagon. See if we can't get this a nice solid win here. I said we're gonna be doing primarily off-road tracks, and then it just doesn't give me any off-road races. That, you know, we don't get completely blown out of the water on. Oh my gosh, the grip from the four-wheel drive though. That's absolutely ridiculous. Toyota down on power, blame the other manufacturer. Yeah, it has the... Oh, it's not the EJ anymore. What was the E-Series engine in the 8.6? But the Subaru engine. Yeah. Funnily enough, though, that's not the first Toyota with a boxer engine. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, there have been other... There was another Toyota that had a boxer engine prior to the GT86. And that one was the Toyota Sports 800, factory in the 60s, It had a flat 2 engine producing 44 horsepower with 800 cubic centimeters of displacement, hence the Sports 800 name, as the primary competitor to the Honda S800 of the same time period. And both of them super lightweight, super nimble Japanese sports cars at the time. Very cute cars as well. Would love to drive one of them someday. Be a very fun, very fun vehicle to drive. Oh, sorry. Allows you to obtain race cars having to earn them in the festival playlist. You get them with backstage passes. Ooh. Okay. So how do you get backstage passes? Also, sorry I missed the message earlier. I apologize about that. That is cool though. That's probably the better way of kind of like reducing the FOMO. Is, you know, you can kind of play when you want, and as long as you have if you have a means of, you know, getting them reasonably easy, get it backstage patches via the festival playlist. See, that's smart. I like that. That is good game design there. That's a Sport 100. Oh yes. I think there's a mod for a set like base Assetto Corsa that gives you the Sport 800 as well. And getting a bunch of tight technical tracks and that driving around it, that'd be a fun thing to kind of, you know, practice your manual driving with the H pattern shifter, heel towing it and everything, learning how to do that. That'd be a fun vehicle to kind of learn in The Sims as well. It's, you know, lightweight, maneuverable, but, you know, very easily controllable as well. So you just practice, you know, getting it down right. That would be really fun. Easy around the corners, Isaac. It's been a while since I've actually driven a manual vehicle in real life and on Sims. I've been mainly using the floppy paddle shifter cars. So learning to kind of relearning how to heel tow is going to be difficult. And it's going to be an arduous process, but something that's worth learning again. Which a backstage pass place to kind of playlist spots. I can use these to get the rare car of your choice. Alright. Is it your choice from like every single like rare car, or do you have like a smaller selection that you can choose from? Like is what you normally use from lot cars. True, but I mean, once you've done enough playlists and everything, it is a good idea to maybe kind of throw in a few of those backstage passes and everything for people who have missed a few and they really want them. Also, Kai Fugashiwa is commentated in MFGOs. Known for his Arohazaka jump, yes! You see all the memes as well in like the Assetto Corsa subreddit of people trying to attempt the Arohazaka jump as well in like that map. 2004 you had a small selection. Oh, okay. But there's a higher chance so that you could, you know, there'd be a car in there that you don't already have. And if there is a car that you do have, you can still get it. And then maybe sell it or do like a trade or something like that for someone that has the one you like. At least I think it did. We should not be blowing the opposition out of the water in a G-Wagon. In the G-Wagon. I apologize to any Germans in chat. I'm being super offensive. One's a G-Wagon. It's alright. I take in the racing league I'm in, it's primarily European, so I get a lot of American jokes as well, being one of the few Americans racing there. So like, whenever, you know, there's something going on, they're like, hell yeah, brother, America, and everything, being silly. Also, Forza 4 was much better with bringing back cars than Forza Horizon 5 is. That's true. Hopefully, in the near future, like if they're planning on having Forza Horizon 5 be around for a lot longer than Forza Horizon 4. And have that be a bit more of a longer live service type of game. Just hoping they do kind of, you know, begin bringing back some of those older vehicles soon. Because otherwise, you have people kind of joining in, potentially new. And they just won't be able to get a lot of those vehicles. They just won't have that chance. So definitely a good idea to have that opportunity for, you know, the newcomers that were a bit later to get those stuff, to get that stuff. So 4 is much better for racing the vintage cars. Yeah, I imagine the map is probably better too, with it being based around like the UK and everything. So it's probably a bit more mountainous, a bit more kind of tighter technical. Hiccups, I got hiccups. Roads are probably a bit more narrow. So in that regard, it's probably helps out a lot. Oh gosh. Can we tackle the Viper in the G-Wagon? This is gonna be fun. The Viper is gonna be really, really quick, but it's starting way back, and it's hard to pass on this track. So we may have a chance. Is I just drowsy? Oh no, hopefully you've been able to get some sleep, Dachi. I know yesterday you said you were like really, really tired as well. So hopefully you feel a bit better, shortly, soon. Hopefully able to get a bit of sleep tonight as well. Horizon 4 was updated in October 2018, June 2021. Forza 5 came out November 2021. So we'll see how much longer it lasts. Yeah, so basically it was like a 3-year period, and we're getting close to we're past 2 years. Well, we just got past 2 years here, so we have 1 year left. If it's gonna be the same update cycle, but still. Not really. Been kind of a hassle, stress, and job hunting. Oh no. You're looking for hopefully you want laid off. That's never good. Wish I had those moon candies and Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, the ones help you fall asleep and everything. Yeah. Those the ones, the drowsy medication and everything. OS 3. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Hopefully able to find something soon. That's. I don't know if I told you. I'm not too sure. I know you said you had left an older job, but I didn't know if that was like the most recent one. I'm so sorry about that though. I've been laid off. I got a new job now, but I had gotten laid off back spring this year, and it's not a fun experience. So I definitely empathize with you there. Hopefully I'll be able to find something soon, because that's always rough. I worked at Walmart, but was laid off due to my uncle passing and having helped my mom deal with it. It was, oh, that's messed up, man. That is genuinely messed up. Because like, you have a genuine family emergency. That is a low blow. I definitely very scummy of Walmart to do that. Hopefully you find a new place that treats you better. Clemmy wasn't comfortable to leave, but the corporate said I was okay. Damn, that is rough. But I also live in that Will State too. Yeah, it's definitely a difficult situation with that. On one hand, you know, that's rough. That is rough though. Hopefully able to find a place that treats you a lot better. The tech uploaded Hot Pursuit 2 review. Oh, nice. What is? I haven't seen it yet. What are his thoughts on that? So jobs hunting, but I haven't slept much. Sleep through the week anyway. You definitely get some sleep. Trust me. I had that same kind of lack of energy going through that back in the spring. like I said, it's a stressful time. Big thing is just sending out as much, as many resumes as possible. Like during the most recent job search, it was, I think, because I have the spreadsheet somewhere, it was 180 applications, there or thereabouts. I think it was 187. 23 interviews, 10 second interviews, and then 2 offers. And that was over the span of about a month. Maybe a month and a half, really. And that was just very, very difficult, very tricky. And I was just basically 9 to 5 every single day, just sending out resumes, getting into contact with people I knew in the industry and everything, all of that stuff. And it was a lot of work. Ironically, I worked harder to get the job than I am currently doing at the job. Not that I'm slacking off or anything, but just because, like, it's less frantic. You're basically kind of working at, like, the company's pace and everything once you, get settled in. Some Japanese who used to get 3 hours of sleep. He lived for 90 years. Giga chat. Still though, that is not healthy. And this is basically a do as I say, not as I do type of thing. I definitely agree with Jaden, where you need some sleep. Like that helps with the mental health. It helps with the physical health. Because one thing I noticed is, like, if I'm not getting enough sleep, I begin just forgetting stuff. Like, genuinely just not remembering them, and that's kind of scary for someone who's only in his late 20s. I'm like, wait, when did I do that? So definitely get some sleep, please. Even if it means not watching the stream and everything, please get some sleep. All right. No, the VOD will always be here. There will always be the next stream coming up shortly and everything. So don't worry about that. Izuru's very positive. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I generally like Hot Pursuits too. Like, I enjoy the black box era in general, even the tuner games. It's just that handling style where it was grippy, but you still needed to be in control of your vehicle. Like that is probably my favorite handling style of any of the Need for Speeds, because it still rewards knowing things like racing line, proper braking point, not getting on the throttle too aggressively, and everything like that. But you can still be, for lack of a better words, a bit sloppy and not have any issues. But if you do get it just right, oh man, like, you just fly. Whereas with the Break the Drift era of the Criterion and Ghost games, it's very... It takes control away from you, which I don't like. Which is a shame, because graphically and sound design, the Ghost games Criterion era are absolute masterpieces. But it is just dreadful in terms of handling. It's true, just look at the... took a successful student skills class this week and already started getting into the habit of going to bed earlier. Obviously planning on staying up late, waking up later on weekends. Yeah, the weekends are kind of like the not necessarily the reset period, but like, you get a little bit more free time. You can kind of sleep in and stuff and everything. Alright, let me pull up the random number generator. There we go. Alright, there we got this. Display capture. And we got 3 cars. We got the Toyota Soar, the BMW Z4, and the Chrysler PT Cruiser. So let's see. From 1 to 3, 2 is going to be the PT Cruiser. I hope we don't get the PT Cruiser. Oh, thank goodness. We got the Z4. We got the Z4. I think one of the reasons Need for Speed 3 on PC was checking out because the car surfaces. Yeah, it definitely seems like a lot of fun on the PC version. Definitely want to check that out. Been doing this for a long time. This is I think 6-10. It's part of being an adult, sadly, especially if you're poor. Now I know that feeling. Early on, like when I was first starting out, it was rough. It was a little bit touch and go. But it was it was still very lot of sleep loss. Because I was doing a lot of freelancing stuff on the side as well to kind of help give a little bit of extra, for lack of better words, oh shit money, where like you save up for like emergencies and other things like that. Where I do like freelance writing on the side and like editing and stuff, on like magazine articles and everything. And I got paid a little bit there. Don't do that anymore now because of the engineering job and the VTubing and everything. But I helped a little bit, provided a little bit of extra income. I go for the Z4, but that's just me. I don't know, I'd personally go for the Sora. The Sora is basically a slightly more luxurious Supra because it has that 2JZ in it. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of speed. But it's a little bit softer suspension as well compared to the Supra, so you gotta readjust that a little bit. Like you can see the Sora just in front of us actually. Route to Lausanne, very tricky track, not easy to overtake here, especially not cleanly. But we're still gonna try to send it up the inside. That was a risky maneuver there. Just out of curiosity, Mr. Midnight, what are some of your favorite cars showcases from 3? So I've not played 3 on PC yet, but I imagine there's some car showcases that are just really, really fun. I already don't like adults gonna have it easy financially. I have it easier now, but like the first couple years, it was a little bit touch and go there, where I'm like, you have to really budget out groceries. You're like, okay, how much can I get my daily how do I get my daily calories in, and still have enough to pay mortgage and all of that stuff. And it was it's a real touch and go. Like even nowadays, I feel weird like having money because you get like super frugal and everything. You're like, what do I do? Like, most of my clothes are still from, like, high school. High stakes is basically 3 but better. But all the car showcase is still cool. Car description, stats history of all the manufacturers. 360 car and oh, that is nice. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I like when Need for Speed also was made by people that love cars. You got that a little bit as well in 2015, where they had the vehicle descriptions there as well. But yeah, struggle bus is my name. Oof. But hopefully you don't have to struggle too much longer. Hopefully you get good job in the near future. I'm hoping for that. I'm rooting for you. We like the Corvette showcase. Which Corvette is that? Is that the C3? Not the C3. The C4 Corvette. Also, holy cow, that TVR. I don't know how they're that far ahead, but they are very, very far ahead. I'm a super frugal, but doesn't need to be. To be honest, it's probably for the better because I don't know how to save money. Yeah, exactly. My dad was super frugal as well. But it was good because we've had a couple of oh crap moments in the past and everything. And being super frugal basically allowed us to kind of, have enough saved up to be able to kind of, okay, we can handle this, no issue, and not have to worry too much about it. My dad was great. He kind of pulled himself out of the trailer park and everything. Man is an absolute paragon. I look up to him so much. I got a lot of respect for him. He sacrificed so much to, give the best opportunity to my sister and I and everything, and he's amazing. I love my dad. Got 100 cousins for a trailer park fest. Here's the thing though, like for that, it's more of like a mentality than where you grow up. Because there's some wealthy people, like super wealthy people that act, for lack of better words, trashy. But you can still be, very, very poor, but have class. it's all about, you know, the mindset and how you treat people and everything. At least that's my personal philosophy. Like you know, I make sure I don't look down on people, you know, who are better off or less off than me. You know, we're all people. It's all about, you know, how you act, how you go about life and everything. And at least to try to, obviously. No, but nobody's perfect. I am far from perfect. I am very far from perfect. I am an absolute mess sometimes. But you know, it's still good to try to treat, you know, everyone with respect as much as possible. I wish my mom gave me a mold sandwich when I was working, and she said that we were poor. Oh no. I am so sorry. Just a heads up though. Just from a science side of things, you don't, with a mold sandwich, you don't want to even eat around the mold, because even though you don't see the bloom of the fungal spores and everything, you still are at risk of getting eating the roots of the fungus as it's kind of in the bread. So the best bet is to literally throw that out. Like that is genuinely not healthy to eat at all, whether around the mold or what have you. That's you don't want to do that. That was the problem. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you're able to, you know, hopefully you get a turnaround with luck though. Oh gosh, the BMW actually drives really nice. Can I explain it? The trailer park mentality. That's unfortunate though. Like that definitely good to, you know, take care of, you know, you and family and everything as much as possible. Obviously, I definitely don't envy people in that position now. So the Grizzlies keep losing when I jump ship to another team. No, don't do that. Don't. Come on, you gotta be. You gotta stay with them thick and thin. You know, they are Memphis's team. You know, they're the home team. I should probably put the thing to the left instead of the right, so I can actually let go of the. I don't have to let go of the accelerator. I envy not being able to jump ships. Whee! Oh gosh. All right, a little bit slidey through here. But hey, I mean, they do have one victor already. Hopefully they can bring in more. Definitely a little a rough season, but this will be the recovery. This will be the growth season, where you maybe get to see some of the players that don't normally get to shine. They might be able to come into their own. This will be the fire that kind of, you know, forges the iron. Maybe. But they gotta make the most of every single opportunity then. That's right. To put it in perspective, how hopeless I am. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. Oof. Want to jump ships to the victory boat? Nah, it's good. It's good to root for the underdog, though. You know, it's good to root for the little guys. Like, trust me. I'm a Ferrari fan in F1. You know the last time Ferrari have won a championship? You know the last time Ferrari have won a championship? 2000, well technically, yeah, 2007 was the last time they won a driver's championship. It's good to root until you lose all your money in a bet. Well, see, that's a thing, right? That is also why I'm not a betting man. Because I know I would lose. Which I'm also a Crimson Tide fan. Roadside! Nice. But yeah, no, it's good to root for the underdog. Yo, me too. Hey! we got a fan meetup here in chat. Oh gosh, we're driving absolutely terribly right now. Oh well, we're having fun still. Nice third place in the Bimmer. Against the much faster vehicles like the MR2 and the TVRS Cerbera. We're not doing too bad. And the Z4 actually handles wonderfully around this track. I'm just missing my braking points. Alright, nice favorite player for Bama ever, go. I apologize, I don't know nearly enough. If I do on a negative 2, exactly. Basically, learn from mistakes, and then you just gotta keep your head down and push forward through them. Otherwise, if you keep dwelling on them, then you're just gonna miss the current opportunities available to you instead. And that's not fun. The Atlanta Hawks are playing the Orlando Magic in Mexico City right now. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Unless you're a hammer, then you keep pounding away. Hey, so sometimes you need to be that hammer. Sometimes you need to, you know, just really kind of brute force something. Like that's how I am with like practicing for sim racing is I just do a massive amount of laps. Like hundreds of laps over and over and over and over again until basically that course is muscle memory. And then, you know, during the race day, I'm like, okay, I've done this hundreds of times, so I know what I'm doing. But it's you know, you sometimes you need that dedication as well. Where you need to be the hammer. Where you need to have that hammer time. Tsukuba at night. Absolutely beautiful. I wish more racing games had night tracks. Like, especially like you play some of the more modern racing sims like ACC. Oh my gosh, racing at night in ACC is absolutely gorgeous. Because of just how the cars reflect the light and everything. It is a genuinely really nice looking game. For a PS2 game, this looks quite solid as well. Alright, come on, let's see if we can't beat the NSX. That's gonna be a tough ask. It's got about 50 extra horsepower than us. It's mid-engine, super lightweight, very well behaved. Thankfully, this Lexus up ahead is slowing down most of these other opponents. The first place is gonna be long gone by the time we get past. What's Motorsport had night racing since What's Motorsport 6? Sweet. Yeah, Gran Turismo had it since GT5. But it was only for like a select few tracks that had the night options. So you don't always get a chance to see it. But it was still really cool. Being able to race in the dark. Very fun. It's not that long to implement night racing. Well, you gotta think, you gotta deal with all the reflections and everything. It's much easier to make daytime because you can just kind of mirror a texture. Or, you know, basically create a camera on a texture. But at night racing, you have so much more different sources of light compared to daytime racing. So you got more shadows moving around. You got, you know, you gotta have your headlights actually work and everything, reflect on different sections of the road. Like technically Gran Turismo 3, technically even Gran Turismo 1 had quote-unquote night courses. But it was just the skybox being black. Like the courses themselves were lit up to the point where like you genuinely didn't need headlights. Like you can drive it in the F1 car in those games and you'd still be able to perfectly see where you're going. So technically they had quote-unquote night racing, but like not to the point where it's, you know, your headlights actually matter. You know, you have to like, you know, your headlights balance off of other cars and everything like that. It was a much more simplified night racing. Like how even in Need for Speed Underground 1, like the entire city just like super lit up. Like there is like no section where it's just super dark. Like even the one little park area in the Chinatown circuit, like it's still lit up enough that you can completely see the road even without your headlights. Race cars don't need headlights because the track is always lit. Until you drive in the Nordschleife. Oh gosh. Nordschleife is basically just some German toll road that they turn into a racetrack. There is like next to no light there. You're only relying on your headlights, and it is terrifying to drive, even virtually, let alone in real life. It is scary. But it's a beautiful track too. Rally. That's cute. Endurance racing. That's adorable. Oh, come on, we gotta catch up to that Lexus. It's right in front of us. I think we got two laps. And I think if we can get a decent run out of some of these corners, we might be able to send it up the outside of this corner. There we go. All right, too wide. I got a decent run out of the corner. They had to take a compromised line because we were there. Get into the slipstream. And we got the little inline 4 of the Z4 chasing down the massive Formula E. Weird squealing sounds. I like Formula E though. It's kind of cool to see just a different type of like. It's basically open wheel racing mixed with touring cars, and the fact that it's super short sprint races with high contact, but they're in relatively high downforce open wheeler cars as well that are lightweight and twitchy. So you get kind of the best of both worlds, and it is a lot of fun watching them go around some of the tracks. But I prefer it when they race on like the real, like the permanent circuits as opposed to the street circuits. Like when they race at like Valencia, or this year when they raced at Portland's International Raceway. Like that was a lot of fun to watch actually, because with those tracks you get a little bit more of an overtaking opportunity. They're a little bit wider, so you can have those battles that go on for longer. That's one thing I miss about the Santiago track as well. The Santiago was actually really good for those battles, especially with the double hairpins, because you had cars that would go too wide through the hairpins. And since they'd switch back on each other, you just have a constant battle through those corners, and it was really fun. Because then they go down the home straight, and you'd always see a lot of really close finishes and fights for position down on the last lap because of those two hairpins there. That's a good course. I'm sad to see it go. Santiago is probably one of the better of the street courses they race at for Formula E. So the new Monaco definitely takes its place though. The new Monaco, well, basically it's Formula 1 Monaco, but that layout is really nice to watch the Formula E cars, because there you can get battles that in Formula 1 you can't. Plus it's Monaco, which, you know, is a fun track in general. Boom. Alright, solid third there. It's not bad. Yeah, they got beat by the two British tours. Alright. Let's see. There we go. We got a little bit of a level up there. Ooh, there we go. A little bit lighter for Z4. Yeah, ranking's gonna decrease a little bit until we get our bearings in this car. I think we should adjust this a bit towards acceleration. Make it a little bit twitchier. There we go. There we go. That's better, I think. Give it a little bit of rake. Shift the weight just a little bit further forwards. Alright, so we've already done that one as well. Let's do Autumn Mountain. I haven't raced the Autumn Mountain in a little while. Oh gosh, we have the Roof RGT as well. This is gonna be a fun one. Alright, let's see. Just out of curiosity, what is some of you guys' favorite types of motorsports? Like favorite disciplines, favorite series? Personally, I'm a big fan of like GT and endurance racing, as well as open wheel racing as well. Those are some of my favorite types. Open wheel, either like IndyCar, Formula E, Formula 1, Super Formula, all that stuff, and then in GT, I really love watching like the IMSA races, where it's prototypes and GT cars, multi-class endurance racing on a track. I don't have one outside of Initial D. Ooh. I just like to play racing games. And that's good too. If you like Initial D, I highly recommend then checking out like either Rallycross, because you have that tight technical circuits with vehicles just sliding around everywhere, super high contact, very quick, very rapid cars, or Formula Drift in the States. That's also a lot of fun to watch, because that it's, you know, just drifting more so purely for a style than speed, but still really cool to see all the high performance cars, you know, sliding about everywhere. Play Sonic Transforms. Ooh, I've never played Sonic Transforms. How is that game? I mean, obviously you love playing it, so you say it's good, but like, you know, goods, bads. I haven't played a Sonic game too much since the 2D era. What about speedrunning the game? Ooh, that'd be cool. Gotta record it and post a video. Upload it to the speedrunners. Upload it to the speedrunners website and everything. Get your name on the ranking board and all that. That'd be cool to do. Trae Young has been cold this season so far. Like the good cold or the bad cold? Cold as in like he's been merciless? Or cold as in like he hasn't been hot, he's been like off? So I haven't been keeping too much up with the NBA right now. Gameplay is like any other speed game. Oh, okay. So solid controls and everything, 3D environments. Interesting. Bad cold. His shooting percentages are awful. Oh no. Jeez. Hopefully he's able to kind of, you know, find his mojo. That'd be, you know, really nice. It's always a shame to see, like, you know, athletes, even ones that you're not the biggest fan, go into like a major slump and everything. Drifting is the key, but the problem with speedrunning is that you need to remember stuff. Oh, what do you need to remember for the speedrunning? Like the different way where the shortcuts are and everything. Any particular like advanced techniques? I know there's a speedrun category out there for getting all gold in the Gran Turismo 4 license tests, and there's one 100% complete speedrun out there as well. The fact that a group of people took turns in relay style to 100% complete Gran Turismo 4 is terrifying, but also very admirable, because it went on for multiple days. Like the paths and stuff. So it comes down to memorization and how to kind of what order to take it and everything. Less kind of abusing glitches and more so just what paths are the fastest, which way, and all that. That's cool. Hopefully Ice can live up to his nickname in the other way. Yeah. Hopefully it can be, you know, keep the cool head. Be you know, cold as in ruthless on the court instead. That'd be nice. You need to remember where drift panels are at to constantly be able to boost the win races. Oh, okay. So it basically comes down to memorization, and then pulling off that memorization to have your you know, to be exactly where you need to be at the right time to take advantage of that memorization. So it's kind of like sim racing in a way, where you just need to really kind of have an in-depth understanding of the track, the physics, and everything that you're dealing with. Oh gosh. That was a major off-course there. Remember in the 2021 playoff, the next crowd started chanting F-Trio. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. The crowd. Poor Trey. It's like the people that booed Sebastian Vettel or Lewis Hamilton or now Max Verstappen when they're having their winning streaks and everything. Like, wow. GG. Way to make someone feel bad for doing well. You definitely have to have like thick skin to be an athlete. Lot of armchair experts. I think they know the best thing to do. Even the slightest mistake, you're like, oh, I could do that, bro. You haven't even run a mile in like 10 years, and I don't think you could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, sure, pal. Man, that's being mean. Don't harass athletes. Dang, that was super consistent. The times. I just realized it was 121, 121. Yeah, it's 122, because that one's a little bit slow. 121, 121, 121. Nice. Autumn Mountain is a really fun course to drive one. It's got that flow. Just really nice. Yeah, our ranking's gonna decrease just a little bit for a little while. Because we can't, there's not really too many cars that are faster than us than the BMW. We're up against in the Dragon Festival. Ooh. Skyline. I don't know if we can handle that one. We do have a free race, so we can see if maybe there's a race that we can enter that will give us a vehicle that we don't have already. I'm not seeing too many. The inline 6 meeting. Jeez, there's so many inline 6 meetings. Let's do the Rev City challenge then. We don't get the race in Rev City all that often. I like the course though. It is a fun course. can actually get some really, really good battles if the opponents are fast enough in Rev City. Alright, let's see what we can do. So just out of curiosity, do you know the current like record for Sonic Transforms? Like how long does it take like the fastest speedrunners to beat the game? Or to do an any percent run? Probably only like maybe like an hour or two, maybe. I can't imagine it's long. But it's so cool seeing like speedruns as well. Like I'm not nearly as knowledgeable. Any percent with everything or not? And so any percent is like the basically completing like the base game, like none of the side quests, none of that stuff. Just getting from beginning of the game to end of the main story, I think is what any percent is. But yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, this feels so good to drive. BMW feels so nice. I love the Z8. Back when during the GT3 era. Hold on, I'm gonna check. Oh, definitely. Please let me know. I wanna see what the record is. Cause I know for some games, especially like some GBA games, like there's one where it's not a GBA game, but it's a Game Boy game. It's called like Hot Wheels Turbo Stunt or something like that. The record is like 15 minutes to fully beat the game. Cause it's one, a short game, and two, it's like super simplistic as well. Hello, this game is yeah, this is Enthusia Professional Racing, and this is on the PlayStation 2. It's basically like the lesser known rival to Gran Turismo. Also, welcome Jerry, hope you're doing well. There is glitched, all cups, World Tour any percent, and World Tour 100%. All cups is 56 minutes, 58 seconds. Jeez. What's World Tour 100%? Glitch is 41:28 seconds. Nice. So this is a really quick game. Nice. That is super quick. Like some of the GTA World Tour 100% is 1 hour 19. What versus Chevy PS2s only get China Racing Polish vehicle. I think they made the Corvette game as well. I'm not too sure. I'll look that up. Glitched is 1 hour 17. That's not that big of a difference, especially compared to all cups glitched versus all cups unglitched. That's not a big difference. So that's World Tour 20%, World Tour 100%, 4 hours and oh, that is a huge difference. Holy moly, that is massive. Let's just 4 hour and huh. It's interesting that glitched is longer than unglitched. Yeah, let me check that up real quick. Global Star. Yeah, okay, so, Corvette is also produced by Global Star as well. Yeah, publisher Global Star Software. So Corvette was also made by them. Ironic, considering both games aren't all that great. Just plus 10 minutes. That is insane though. the time difference versus any percent versus 100%, and then all cups. Like all cups is super short, and then 100% is like, oh my word, 4 hours. That is a long time. Wow. Alright. Come on. Gotta get around this. Gotta get around the vet. Nice. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. Alright, back to the left. Oh, he's trying to sneak up the inside. I'm gonna give him a little bit of space. I want to try to be respectful. But we do have the better grip in the BMW. The modern Z4 lighter. A little bit less power than the Vet. Ooh, a little bit too deep on the brakes there. That's fine, we gotta push. So if you do a speed run, Dachi, what category would you want to do it in? Just the any percent or the all cups? What category would you do it in? Because there's a lot. I didn't know there was that many categories. Holy cow. And I might not even do a speed run with that game from watching the videos. I mean, if you don't get it, 100% and everything, like it'd still be kind of cool to do, I had to do it. I would do World to 100%. Ah, nice. Going for the full completion. Brutal. Hmm. Alright, a little bit of curb there. Little bit of curb in my life. Oh my word. There we go. Nice and easy around the turns. Nice and twisty. Give me that twisties. Oh, we are dominating this Corvette. 1 hour isn't that bad considering that it took me 6 hours to get bunny shoes and Star Ocean 2 and 6 hours for the horse races in Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon. Didn't Harvest Moon, didn't a bunch of people that used to work on Harvest Moon then eventually create Stardew Valley? Or am I thinking of something completely different? I know they're both kind of in like the same genre, but did they have similar people working on them? So I know because I know about Stardew Valley. So my little sister loves Stardew Valley. I don't know. Understandable, but still, it's. I imagine they play very similar as well. Might be Rune Factory. Ah, maybe. I'm not as knowledgeable about those types of games, those genres and those games. There's only one guy doing Stardew Valley. Oh, but for one person endeavor, that's pretty good. Like wow. With all the character writing and all the sprite design and everything. And so some of the mechanics are quite complex as well. That is impressive. Scully Pittman is in the Mexico City game. That is cool. That is really, really cool. Also, just a heads up, with Mexico City, if it's the Mexico City I'm thinking of in Mexico, they're actually playing at a fairly high altitude. So I imagine it's going to be some of the players may be having a little bit of issues there with the higher altitude if they haven't gotten acclimated all that well. It's mostly him with a little help doing all the updates. Wow, that is impressive. That's why I like the indie game scene sometimes, because you have one person with a creative vision, and you can make some really impressive stuff with that. Even if, you know, the technology is very limited and everything, you can still make some really impressive stuff. For example, like the Five Nights at Freddy's. We've seen just how massive that got. But like Scott Cawthon nearly gave up doing video game making because people kept criticizing his other games like Chipper and Sons and everything. So, like, basically he's like, okay, I want to give it one last go. Just doing something kind of completely out of the box in desperation. And that just became a breakout hit. And it was so cool. The first game is still my personal favorite. And it's probably the creepiest to me. Even if that's the game I've played the most and know the, even if that's the one I know the most as well. It's just, that's the one that really kind of leans into the atmosphere in the unknown without having like excessive amounts of lore. I'm supposed to, don't blame him. Chris could really bring Chris enough. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. The fact that he took that criticism to heart and used that as inspiration for his next game, that is impressive stuff. That's why not all criticism is good. That's true. Like, it's definitely, you feel that, like, that desperation when playing that first game as well. But I mean, it drove him to be, you know, an even better content creator with that as well. So, it's a double-edged sword. It is definitely a double-edged sword, where, you know, constructive criticism, even if it's meant well, can still sometimes hurt. But you need that hurt. You need to kind of pull off that band-aid in order to get better. My attitude is don't take it to heart because everyone has faults and problems. And people like to throw stones, don't like others to do the same. And sometimes you end up with the sonic voices. True. No, with that one though, it seems like it's more so the Sonic fandom not knowing what they want. 'Cause it's the same with the Need for Speed fandom. The Need for Speed fandom, they constantly complain, but they don't be like, but they're not like, well, what did you like from this? Or it's you know, a couple years later, and they're like, oh man, this game is so underrated. It had this, while ignoring the flaws. Like they're either one way or the other for a game. When you need to like genuinely look at both the good and the bad and give that feedback clearly to the developer of what you liked, what you want more of, and what you didn't like, and what you want less of, or what you want fixed. A lot of folks don't know what they want, or don't think what sells, or if it's just bad. Yeah, exactly. It's difficult. It's difficult. Well, it's difficult giving good criticism, but it's also difficult being in like content creation as well. Because sometimes like for my videos or streams and stuff like that, sometimes I'll just get like a dislike here or there, and I'm like, okay, fair, but why? Like, let me know why, please, so I can fix it. don't just dislike and leave. At least like say like, hey, your audio quality in this was dreadful. Do X, Y, Z, or something like that. Like, I've seen people complain about how VTuber rigs are too expensive because they are not easy. Oh my gosh, even like doing things in Blender or Vroid, it takes a lot of time. Like this is like my 4th iteration of my model. Just making improvements here and there so that my hair doesn't clip through my head as much, or my eyeballs don't clip through my eyelids. And this is using kind of like pre-built tools and everything, and not, you know, going absolutely balls to the wall in terms of creativity and all of that stuff. Like, so some of the VTubers out there with some of the crazy rigs and all the crazy tracking and everything, like, you need massive amount of meshes, massive amount of what's known as bones and everything. I call them hot takes. Yeah, there's some type of take. Like, it is a massive amount of hours. It's the same thing with livery creation as well. Because I've commissioned someone to do a livery for one of my vehicles in a Set of Corsa Competizione. And he charges super cheap as well. I think he should charge more. But like it takes him like 5 hours for a livery. And he's only charging like $20. I'm like, dude, you're only making $4 an hour, and your liveries are good. You can charge more. It's okay. Like, I'll pay you more. He's like, nah, just $20. Are you sure? Just $20. Like, okay. You can definitely accept more. But yeah, no, like, no, because you're doing everything either in Blender or in like Photoshop or GIMP or whatever. You gotta use the UV map of the vehicle and everything. You gotta input the files into the game. It is a lot of work. And it's a lot of trial and error to get a good livery as well. It is very, very, very difficult. Like my first livery looks absolutely dreadful. And I spent like 10 hours on mine just trying to learn how to do it and everything. But yeah. Or like even this VTuber model, like it took me like 30 cumulative hours to get to the version 4.0. And I've kind of been, tinkering a little bit in the background of getting an improved v5.0 sometime in the near future. But that's a little ways away. Just something that kind of, makes it so the hair sticks out a little bit more. And it's, I don't nearly kind of blow up on certain screens where I'm just a ghost. Alright, I need a little bit of turn in on that corner. But no, it takes a while. But it is rewarding though, because it is a lot of fun to kind of have something where you say, hey, I made this. Casper. I am Casper the racing ghost. Woo! Oh, wow. Adachi roasting me here. I'm feeling the heat. I'm tied to the rotisserie. I'm tied to the rotisserie stick, and I'm over the open flame. You got me the hot sauce or the barbecue sauce. What was that one sauce you said it was? That homemade sauce. What is that called again? I remember you talking about it. That sauce. I've been marinating in that sauce, and it's just dripping from my toes. Costco Walmart chicken. Ooh. We're talking the pre-made, like you buy the already made rotisserie chicken from there. That's a tough one. I like the seasoning on the Walmart chicken. But the Costco chicken is usually a little bit on the juicier side. Walmart chicken sometimes is a bit dry. So I'm gonna go with Costco, because at least with that I can kind of add my own seasoning afterwards. If the meat's good and everything, I can kind of tear that up, put it on like a sandwich or what have you. A little bit of like the hot barbecue sauce. Funnily enough, they taught me how to make both. Ooh. So what are the secret seasonings? The reason why it's dry is they used to cook it at 5 a.m. Ugh. That is a long time for it to be sitting out and everything. You gotta get it fresh and then make it at lunchtime. Okay. Got it. So yeah, they need to come in right at lunch. See, I usually do my grocery shopping kind of on the weekends at the evening. And so that makes sense as to why it's dry. That's a shame though, because the seasoning itself on the Walmart ones is actually pretty good. I like the seasoning blend on that one. It's simple but tasty. We make it and we are supposed to rotate it, but it's like finding peekaboo with them. Alright, where is that chicken? Peekaboo! Oh, there it is. Gotta have like different colored like yarn or whatever tied to the end of one of the legs, so you know which one is which. I think we make it in the evening, but it takes a while. Yeah, it's like early evening, like 4 or 5 o'clock that I usually do my grocery shopping. Just before dinner, so it's usually the grocery stores aren't too busy then, at least where I live. Like it's usually like right before and like right after lunch where it's like peak hours. I used to put them in the clothing. What? Just people hiding random rotisserie chickens around Walmart? We have these spice bags. We put the chicken in and shake it up like a shake and bake. Oh, nice. So that's one thing I wish, like, they probably do sell it. They probably do sell it, but I'd love to buy some of like that like shake and bake stuff from like Walmart or what have you. The spice mixes and everything. Like that'd be something cool. So I don't always buy the rotisserie chicken, but like I would love to have that like spice mix for like other things I do. Or like, for example, like restaurant sauces. I barely go to Arby's, but I like Arby's sauce. So like, if Arby's sold sauce at the grocery store, I'd buy that. That's time to get food, no joke, is when they open. That makes sense. It's just usually like a super early morning. I'm usually running like a whole bunch of other errands as well. Trying to get everything sorted. And it's just, I don't have time to go to the grocery store. So I usually go like a little bit later, like 4 or 5. I used to hide every single food I had. Ew. Can you imagine just buying clothes, you smell something rancid, and it was some milk that someone just left there for like a day. Ugh. Gross. We got 5 a.m., but it takes 2 hours to make, so the time it's 8 is good. Ooh. Alright. Note to self. If I ever have a time where I can get in early, get the rotisserie chicken then. Wait, they sell their sauce? No way. I gotta look for it then. They sell this. Alright, I gotta find the Arby's spicy sauce especially. Hopefully they sell it. Like Chick-fil-A just began selling the spicy sriracha sauce. That wouldn't be a day. We had to play hide and seek with the food. Oh, jeez. That's the other thing as well. Like, as a customer, like, as a customer, you do have a bit of a responsibility as well. Like, I'm not saying you need to put, like, everything back, like, exactly the way you found it. But, like, if you're gonna put it back, you know, if you decide to not buy it, at least put it back, you know, roughly in the same spot you found it in. Like, that's... Come on, the employee is already having enough of an issue. Don't be like that and have it to where, wow, we're actually lapping the Mercedes. Also, hello Fonty, hope you're doing well today. How's practice been at Riverside Raceway in the old 50s Chevys? Doesn't bother me, Isaac, because it was an excuse to not work. Oh, you can be like, oh, I'm doing go backs now. That makes sense. That's what, honestly, like when I was back at working at the auto parts store, my favorite day was actually truck day, because one, that's usually when we had more people in, and so I'd usually be the one that was actually unloading the trucks and everything. So I didn't have to like deal with customers and all that. I had to I was the one that was unloading the truck, so my other coworkers were doing customer runs instead, and it was so much better because I could just kind of get into a rhythm, get into a vibe, and usually by the time I'm done with the truck, my shift is over. Those were some of my favorite days. Was truck days. Backs can take hours, mind you, to do, so it's a free excuse to waste an hour and then clock out. Makes sense, and it's something you need to do as well, because it's a sanitary thing as well. Where, you know, you don't want food left out, because that attracts, you know, ants and roaches and all that stuff. As well as, you know, if it goes bad and it spoils, you know, then customers won't want to shop in a store. The Chevy Bel Air, it spins up too much. The Ford Fairlane is stable enough. Okay, so you switch to the Fairlane. Yeah, it makes sense. It's got a little bit of a longer wheelbase. Yeah, Riverside, I miss Riverside. Riverside isn't there anymore. For those of you that don't know, Riverside was a racetrack literally just outside of Los Angeles. And NASCAR used to race there all the time, as well as the SCCA, the Sports Car Club of America, back when Sports Car Club of America was big. And it was such a good track. But unfortunately, they shut it down and built a mall over top of it. And now I think it's an apartment block, which is sad. Because Riverside used to be a really, really good track. And Boss's whole attitude is someone else should do it. Almost kind of backwards, but it's easy work with the customers. When I heard Bel Air, I couldn't stop thinking of Fresh Prince. Oh yeah, the Bel Air, I think it's actually named after that neighborhood. Where it's, you know, the fancy neighborhood. Because it's like the premium, like the premium trim of the Tri-5 Chevys, I think. Yeah, it's weird. For me, like my coworkers, and even corporate itself, like my manager was pretty solid at the auto parts place, but customers, some were really, really good. Like some I genuinely became like somewhat friends with, because they come in very frequently and they'd be super, you know, super nice and everything, and they'd, you know, show you pictures of their work on their project car and everything, and all that stuff. And those were the customers I liked. But then you have some coming in that were like, well, what car do you have? A green one? Okay, do you know the make? Yeah, what manufacturer makes it? Well, I bought it at Jones. Okay, but to put it in perspective, Jones is a dealership in Maryland that sells freaking everything. Toyotas, Hyundais, Fords, all that stuff. Do you not know what car it is? No, but it's parked out there. I go out, it's a Ford Focus. Okay. So what do you need for it? I need the things that go... The what? The things that go... What do you mean by that? You know, on the windshield when it rains. Your windshield wipers? Yeah, those! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we massively leveled up there. That was, oh my word. Yeah, I don't have arms, so I gotta gesture with my head. But like, imagine my head, instead it's just someone with like their hands, like almost like, you know, like a ref doing like the touchdown symbol. Well, not touchdown, but like the field goal symbol, and it just back and forth. They were nice though. They were just, they didn't know anything about cars at all, to the point where I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Oh man. Those ones weren't too bad, but then there were other customers that were like really, really mean, and I didn't like those customers. Like there were customers where you'd be helping another customer, and they'd be like, well, I'm here too, you need to help me. Yeah, I will, just after this person. This person was here first. Yeah, but you need to help me now, I'm in a hurry. Maybe they were high. Probably. Probably. They, it was fairly late on a Saturday, and they were still kind of like wearing pajamas. I assume someone as high and you're just trolling. They may have been just trolling as well. But like their eyes. Now that I think about it, like their eyes are kind of like, you know, half glazed over. They may have just been like had a late morning and just been really tired. a late night the previous night or something like that too. Possibility. I've been there before where I'm like, oh wow, I slept for 12 hours and I'm still tired and I'm barely awake. How? India's notable. Oh! Oh. I didn't recognize that one. I apologize. I didn't recognize that one. Sorry about that. Yeah. Maybe. But like they were nice though. But at the same time, like it took like a solid like 4 minutes of them doing that before I'm like, okay, what do you mean by that? I don't know what those hand motions mean. I apologize. I am willing to help you. I'm trying to help you. But I can't help you if I don't know what you're saying. You should just shorten it. True. Yeah, I'm bad with acronyms. I am so bad with acronyms. It's not even funny. So it's one of those things where I'm like, when I see an acronym, I'm like, huh. All right, there's like 4 things that could potentially mean, maybe. But I don't know. So I'm gonna pretend I know and hope that no one calls me out on it. Into the tunnel. We're in, speaking of high, we are in Bongland. The Bing Bong, the Big Ben. You go past that on this course as well. In London. This is a fun course as well, because you get a lot of high-speed kinks. The track narrows and opens up and everything. Like, it is very, very fun. Because if you're smart, you can block a faster... Boneland? No, Bongland. Like, bing, bong. Bonelands. Boneland could be something much naughtier. Gonna head to the bone zone. I'm sorry, that was terrible. That was well and truly terrible. Bad Isaac. Bad Isaac. Gonna head to the Bone Land where you get boned. I know someone else doesn't go that kind of too. Yeah, no, like, what's even worse is if you work in anything like Department of Defense, like everything is an acronym. That joke's hilarious. Thank you. I got that weird sense of humor where puns. I love horrible puns where it's one of those so bad it's good types of puns. Where I say it, and then the room just kind of pauses, and you hear that audible sigh. But like they're sighing and they're smiling because they're like, okay, that's kind of funny. But I hate myself for laughing at that. Like those are the type of jokes I like. Like those ones are fun. You know, for example, like this morning I ate a tire. I wanted to have a well-rounded breakfast. Reminds of a guy who is a comedian, but around others he makes really tacky puns. Hey, I mean, tacky puns are great as well. He's part of Hypnosis Mike, but he's not that popular. Aw. Yeah, it's always unfortunate. Like sometimes you find like genuinely talented people, but they just don't have the they don't have the the popularity and everything, which is unfortunate. Cause they're like genuinely funny or like genuinely entertaining. You watching them, and you're like, yo, this is straight fire. But you're like only a smart group of people watching and everything. Ah, well, I'm having fun. This is a big thing as well, is watching other people have fun as well. Having the vibes. Oh, the speed of this car. The tsundere is no surprise popular. Oh, I gotta be careful. Real life tsundere. People always want the tsunderes and the yanderes and everything. Until they meet someone like that in real life, and then they're like, ah, right. This ain't what I signed up for. This ain't what I signed up for, fam. The second most popular one is a writer who dresses up and lies a lot. Nice. Based. I mean, if you're good at making up stories, you may as well make up other stories as well, and, you know, turn that into a career. We're on a roll on this track. I just realized, like, we were, like, in a rhythm, hitting all the points and everything. Like, this thing, the Beamer feels so good to drive. Like, holy cow. The high school student and the cop, I think, are third and fourth. The cop. And then the main character is fifth. Oof. Imagine being the main character and then being behind in popularity. Pain. Pain, Pecco. Oh my gosh, this thing drives so well though. It's got good vibes. Like, you can just yeet this thing around the corners most of the time. I say as I immediately slam into a wall. Oh, alright, come on. Oh gosh, that's bad corner. I looked at chat right at the wrong time. That happened in Medaka Box and Chainsaw Man. Most popular character was Girls in Chainsaw, and the secondary character in Medaka Box. Oof. Imagine being upstaged by you know, secondary characters. Pain, Pecco. To be fair though, Power, I can understand why Power is so popular as a character. I think Naruto, the most popular character, was Naruto's father. Oof. Getting overshadowed by Dad. That is rough. That's rough, buddy. Gotta pull a Zuko there. And get a drink of water. I'm very thirsty today. Wasn't even Naruto himself, it was Uchiha's. Oh my word. Alright, so we got 3 vehicles here. We got the Renault Clio Sports. We got the Integra Type R. Very nice. And then the Celica GT4. All 3. Very, very nice vehicles. So let's pull up the display capture. 1 to 3. 2. Is it hydrated? Yeah, definitely. I'm making sure I'm staying hydrated. I'm just very, very thirsty now because I had some fairly salty food at lunch. I like the Type R the most. Yes! Super nice, sporty front-wheel drive coupe. And of course, in championship white, because that's the same color of the early Honda F1 cars. So, you know, I gotta tie it back to the legacy. Although it's an Integra, not a Legacy. This isn't a Subaru. Alright, let's stiffen up the rear a little bit. Get a little bit of that oversteer. A little bit more acceleration. And there we go. Boom. This should be very sporty, very rapid. Ooh, front-wheel drive championship. May as well, since we do have the front-wheel drive car. We may as well do it. Let's see how well we can do in the Integra Type R. 8,500 RPM. That is the red line. Oh my word. All right, super tight. 3 wide. Let's see if we can't get a good exit out of that corner. There we go, up into third. We got the Celica GTS just in front. Toyota's front-wheel drive sports coupe. Oh, managed to squeeze through there. All right, let's catch the Mini now. Lighter weight hot hatch versus heavier weight, more power of the Integra. It's gonna be an interesting battle, especially because that Mini is heavily tuned. Come on. Gotta hunt them down. I got a little bit of a better run out of that corner. But we're gonna come onto a street now. So we should be able to catch them up. Use a little bit of this power. Oh, and that sound. I want to hear it going through the tunnel. Oh, nice. I can't wait to hear this thing when it's fully tuned. Wish we got more of the earlier Type Rs in the States. Like, we got the Acura RSX, but we never got the Type R. We got the Type S, which is moderately sporty, but it is a bit more of a focus on the luxury aspect of it. We got the older Acura Integra Type R as well, so it doesn't make sense that they didn't do the RSX Type R here in the States, but I guess Honda didn't think Americans wanted a sports coupe. It's a shame. So they are getting close to the 25-year mark. Or so they can be imported from Japan. Getting really, really close. So I can't wait for them to be legal to import. That's gonna be fun. Seeing those occasionally pop up at car shows. Oh boy. Alright. Doing battle now with the Mini locked nose to tail. Ooh, side by side. Here we go. Get a better run out of that corner. There we go. Alright, bad line into this, so I'm gonna have to take a compromised line. So we had to carry a lot more speed going into the tunnel. But now we can begin pulling out a bit of a gap. Ooh, a little bit of twitchy there on the braking. Alright, nice and easy. Nice and smooth. That Mini is keeping pace though, through some of the tighter sections, so I'm a little bit scared. But at least through Sector 1, we are considerably faster than it. And we should be able to pull away down the straightaway as well, because we do have more displacement and probably a little bit more power. Got about 220 horsepower. The Mini stock's got about 180-ish. So it's probably got about 240, 250 now with it at a higher stage of tune. Alright. Doing good. Gonna have to hold it off for a little over 2 laps. But let's see if we can't pull away first. We might be able to pull away a little bit. And the rest of the field, I would have thought that they would have caught back up with us by now. But it seems like them fighting for position is slowing them down a bit. They're all kind of tripping over themselves. No matter. This will help us in the long run. Nice and smooth. There we go. Try to carry as much speed through the cobblestone section as we can. We do have a little bit of reduced grip on this surface, but that's okay, because we can still push. Yeah, now we put up a little bit of a gap. Everyone in the cars on the Michigan Speedway in a set of Corsa, just leaving a long trail of tire marks under the asphalt track on the turns and burning up the tires. It was smoking up. Oh my gosh. What car is you running in a set of Corsa, if I may ask? Also, Michigan. That's a fairly. If it's Michigan Super Speedway, that's a fairly big track as well. The fact that you're still breaking traction is kind of scary. Like, oh my word, you're just going major slides through those corners. I gotta get more mods for Assetto Corsa. Now that I finally downloaded Content Manager, I gotta try out some other mods. Alright, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Got one more lap left. Oh gosh, the understeer. The understeer is scary. I was running a 71 Mercury Cyclone on that track, and it just shows how much I push the car to the limits no matter what track it is. I mean, that's good for like the qualifying and everything, though. Is getting the crazy speeds and everything. But during the races, that's gonna melt your tires. Your tires are gonna be dead by like lap 10. But during quali though, that'll probably help out a little bit here and there. Thankfully, these older racing games like Enthusia, they don't have tire conditions, so I can go kind of balls to the wall throughout the entire race. Oh man. A little bit of understeer. Depends on what happens out on a track. How careful I am with the tires. True. Sometimes it's better to maybe push a bit early. That way you don't get caught up in all the accidents and everything of other people. Other times it might be better to hold back and then take the positions later with the fresh tires. And so it's a strategy of racing. That's why I like the longer races. That's why I like the hour-long kind of semi-sprints that I do. With my racing league, because you do get a little bit of that strategy with it, and it is a lot of fun. Because you still need to conserve your tires, you still need to drive smoothly and everything, avoid incidents. But if a minor mishap does happen, you're not completely out of the race. You can kind of, you know, maybe hold on just a little bit. Alright, come on, give us a finish. Give a wiggle for the crowd. Nice. Nice. There we go. Nice. A little bit lighter. Car's gonna be just a little bit lighter, a little bit more nimble. Our ranking increased. Oh, I love the Integra Type R as well with the K series inline 4 series engine. Super high RPM. It's got the VTEC. Absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, Winter Trom. We could do Winter Trom. What else do we have here? Japanese car downhill match. Up against a Miata. So just out of curiosity, Fonty, when is your next league race? I imagine it is the one that's not too far away from now. I think it wanted to. Yeah, definitely make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you take care of yourself and everything. 100%. Ooh. What else do we have here? Up against an NSX. Ooh, one make race? Oh, we already unlocked the Skyline. Still though, it'd be kind of fun to do the one make race in the RSX, the Integra Type R. Thanks for reminding me. No problem. Always good to kind of, you know, support and support your bros and everything. Probably by tomorrow at Kentucky, I'll make sure to have 2 water bottles with me by that race. Yeah, definitely. Make sure you stay hydrated. One thing I've actually been looking at getting is what's known as a camelback, and just kind of having that kind of attached to the back of my chair, almost like backpack style, and it's got a hose in it that you can kind of suck on, and it basically, you know, is a more spill-proof way. Oh, that was a bad break. That was a bad block there. Where you can have water pretty much on hand, super easy. That'd be something kind of interesting, because they say they sell them at mill surplus stores, and there's one just a bit north of me in Pennsylvania. So I have to see if they had some last time I went a couple months ago, but I wasn't in the market for them then. I have to see if they have some now, because that'll be something that'll be really useful if I ever plan on doing like longer, super long endurance races. Is I could just kind of like move my head down, get the hose in my mouth, bite down, and kind of suck, and then get the water that way. That would be super nice. Ooh, I got one just up ahead. A little bit slidey through the sweeper. Alright, come on. Alright, brake just before the barriers. On the right. Get down and tight. Come on, we need to gain a little bit more time. We're in first place. They're in the same type of vehicle we are, but theirs might be just a little bit faster. We will have to see. We are pushing this thing though. Alright, I think we gained a little bit of time on them. We'll have to see when we go through this sector. Alright, 2.8. Let's start tracking the time. We got 3 more laps to catch and pass them. It's a fairly even battle right now. 2.4. Okay, we gained another half a second, more or less. Absolutely tearing up that inside tire. Thankfully, no tire wear. Come on, big push, big push, big push. 2.2. Come on, get that rotation. Get down, Gordon. Get down, 007. Oh, we're right up with them now. Gonna be within probably about a second. If we can get a good run out of this corner. We are on a mission. .3. Okay, we're really reeling that gap in. We got 2 laps to go. Come on, big push. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit early on the apex there. Trying to follow right into them. Maybe we can get into the slipstream as well. They're a little bit far away for being a road car for slipstreaming. Oh, that was a deep lunge. Couldn't quite make it stick. We are right up on them now. Oh, they made a mistake. We can kind of squeeze in there. Oh, they're still inside. They're still inside. All right. It's a close battle. All right, we got 1 lap left. If we can get a better run out of the high-speed left-hander, draft them down a straight, we can outbrake them going into the hairpin. We almost did it this time. All right, within drafting range. Come on. All right, we got the inside of the turn now, too. They're kind of squeezing us a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. And now we're through. Alright, gotta hold it off for 2 corners. 2 major corners, anyway. These little left-right-handers here, you can basically take them flat out. Alright, brake right at the curb. Hold an inside line, get on the throttle. Come on. VTEC kicked in, my brother! Yes! Whee! That was fun. That was great, kind of hunting them down over those laps. Some minor off tracks, though. Some minor off tracks. Still good though. Still fun. And we managed to level up the car as well. Little bit of grippies. Nice. Okay, or not quite as nice. Our ranking did decrease a little bit. We should be able to do the front-wheel drive race next now, hopefully. That'll give us a lot of ranking points. And the Nordschleife as well. Yeah, this will be a fun one. Nordschleife is a really, really fun track to just vibe on. It's difficult to actually race one, but for like time trials and everything, we're just testing out a vehicle, which is kind of how it's used in real life, is kind of as a vehicle test track. It is very, very fun. Alright, I should probably be careful, because they're going to take each other out in turn 1. The AI, for some reason, does not do well in this turn. So I can get up on the inside, do the cutback. Alright, pass the Cadillac. Gotta catch that Nissan. Cadillac's got a lot of power though, but it's a heavy vehicle, it's a boat. Got the Nissan Primera in front. Used frequently in touring car racing, especially the older Nissan Primera. It was used in the Group A and Super Tours racing quite a bit, especially in the British Touring Car Championship. Very, very rapid. Very quick for a front-wheel drive car. But we managed to get past it. Let's push now. Let's see how fast of a lap we can set on the Nordschleife. No mistakes, no off courses. Let's try to run a clean lap. Through flug plots. Little tap of the brake. Right onto the curb. Get the car a massive rotation through there. Just send it. Put a stamp on it and send it. Alright, come on, let's reach some higher speeds. Probably max at around 150, 155. Little tap of the brakes. Again, send it through the left-hander. Brake right at the end of the curbing. Alright, now in the foxhole. The forested section. Little dip to the left. Little dip to the right. Back to the left. Alright, we want to start braking just before the sign. Probably right around here. Down into 4th gear. Brake again, down into 3rd gear. Into Addinger Forest, the switchbacks. The left-right S-curves. Alright. Nice. Okay, okay. Easy. Little bit of a break. Get the car in. Slight off track there. In real life, that wouldn't invalidate my lap time, but that is a little bit, the game is very, very, picky about off courses. It doesn't care if it's a single tire off course. It's gonna ding you. It's gonna ping you. But we're still gonna have a very quick lap. We just gotta really keep it within the white lines. Alright, nice and easy through here. Alright, another push now. But we have another slow speed left-hander and then right-hander coming up. Brake. Probably should have braked right around the escape road, the access road. Just a little bit too early there. Up-hander, uphill, brake right at the green sign. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that sounds quite nice for a PS2 game as well. Brake right at the green sign again. Alright, come on. Come on, big push. Big push. Oh, man. Alright, let's keep going, keep going. Oh, the speed. Come on. Come on. Right, I shouldn't have braked that much on that corner. Should just a little bit of a let off the accelerator. Nice and easy around here. Alright, now into the carousel. And then after the carousel, it just kind of becomes a blur until you get onto the final straight. Alright, come on. Be nice to me. Little tap of the brakes just to get the car turned in. Wow, okay, a lot of rotation there. Gotta be a little bit careful with that. Okay, alright. Doing good. Right here. Get the rotation, please. There we go. Nice and smooth. Alright, almost out of the forest. Just a couple of corners left. You can see it beginning to clear just a little bit. I got a big jump. Down a gear, through the turn. Absolutely send it. Nice. We're doing well. We're doing really, really well. I keep pushing. We're doing good. Doing really, really good. Alright, one more turn before the final, not the final straight, but basically the final straight. The final meaningful straights. Oh my gosh, it's huge too. 1.3 miles long. Alright, send it. Give it some speed. Oh, this thing is nice. Oh, can we get over 150? We're getting close. 150. I think right around 155 is where our top speed's gonna be. 154. Okay, that's not bad. All right. Nice and easy through here. Come on, big push to the finish. 8:38, not bad. That's faster than an AE86. Well, not the AE86, the GT86. So that's respectable. That should help level up the vehicle as well. Ooh, 3 levels. Yes, please. Give us those levels. Unfortunately, our ranking will decrease because of that, but still nice. All right, let's see what else we got here. The Nürburgring Enduro reversed too. Oof. I ain't too sure about that one, Chief. I'm not too sure about that one. We got a free week. So let's see what we have here. Got a front wheel drive race at Marco Strada. So a Japanese car downhill match. What are we up against? The RX-7. Integra versus RX-7. This would be a fun one. This will be a fun duel. Let's do it. Alright. Alright, we got the lead early on. Good launch from the start. Let's get the push. Nice. Gotta be nice and gentle with this. Gotta be super nice and gentle with the car. We've got this. Nice and smooth through the hairpins. No tippy taps on the walls. Probably want to keep it in second gear so we get a smooth acceleration out. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're doing good. Doing very well. Should have braked way earlier there. That's on me. But that's fine. We probably got enough time to do one more race after this one. And then we will end the stream. Bonk. Alright, a little bit bonky. Ooh. Again, the tight hairpins, the tight twisty sections. Nice. Nice and smooth through there, getting it rotated around. Another unfortunate bonk there. All right. Doing good. Doing really good. Final couple of corners. Here we go. Big push, big push, big push. There we go. And brake just before the sign. And there's the finish line. Let's go, let's go. And yum. Cross the line. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Some minor collisions there shouldn't have happened. Should have kept it a little bit cleaner. But we did okay. Yeah, we didn't get no level ups there. But we got 3 in the previous race, so I'm not gonna be too unhappy with that. Alright, final race. Let's see what the RS race is. The Star Festival? Don't mind if oh my word. Yeah. Oh, we have an SLR McLaren and a Bugatti EV110. Amongst other fast vehicles. This is gonna be, interesting. Let's push. That's 7 laps on a track we're usually pretty good at. The forward drive car is already getting a massive launch. Oh, we're getting squeezed. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't contact there. Got 2 Super Imprezas, 2 supercars, and the Toyota Altezza. A little too slidey there. We're gonna lose a position again. Thankfully, though, they are pretty slow through the chicane, through the bus stop, so we can get a run on them. Oh gosh. The Wagon Pretza is rapidly... Alright. Come on. See if we can't send it up the inside. Just barely. The SLR McLaren is literally gone. We are fighting for second. It is a four-way fight for second place. Technically even five-way fight because that Altezza still hasn't given up just yet. Oh man. We might be able to outmaneuver the Bugatti. There we go. Yeah, that SLM McLaren, holy moly, that is a fast car. Come on, we need to push. And we need to push now. Come on. Nice and easy. Nice and smooth. Come on, let's make this final race a good one. Big push, big push. Alright, easing the brakes going into here. Trail brake a little bit, get a little bit of rotation. Catch it with the throttle. That SLR is still pulling though. I don't think they're gonna lap us. But they are extending the gap by about 4 seconds a lap. We got 4 laps left. So they're probably another 16 seconds ahead of us by the end of this race, maybe more. We do kind of gain on them a little bit through some of the twisty bits, but it's not enough. The speed they have on the straights is massive. "18 seconds. Oh my word. Big push, big push. We're at least extending the gap on the Bugatti. I can't believe a Honda is beating a Bugatti, but here we are. Alright, that's another 5 seconds. They're getting even faster. They may end up lapping the last place driver, I'm imagining, in the Altezza. But it's gonna be a little bit tricky for them to lap the rest of us. It's not gonna be like that one race where the two roofs absolutely dominated us. Come on. Nice and smooth with a little bit of understeer at speed. That's alright. Come on. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Whoa! Alright, less gentle. 23. Yeah, they've now extended it to 5 seconds a lap. They're getting into the zone. They're getting even faster. 2 more laps to go, and they are rapidly closing in on that Altezza. I don't know if they can lap them, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. I wish I could see the delta to the cars behind, because it looks like one of them is catching us just a little bit. And I don't want them to catch us. Jeez. Yeah, one of them is catching us. I do see them in the mirror a little bit. Okay, push. Come on, we got 1.5 laps left. Gotta extend the gap. We can do that a little bit through the bank turn. I'm not too sure if that SLR is gonna be able to catch the Altezza, actually. They're on their final lap. They got a couple corners ahead of them. And these are fairly short laps, too. It's gonna be close. Come on, one more lap to go. Big push. Big push to the end. Ooh. The Merc is catching the back marker. If ever so slightly. Getting some understeer here. Come on. I don't want any understeer. Ooh. Will it be lapped? It's going out at a decent pace. But you see that SLR rapidly approaching. Nah, okay, they made it past the finish line. They made it past the finish line with just enough time to spare. Because they will most certainly get lapped before we end the race. That is for certain. You can see just how quickly it's catching up as well. The sheer amount of grip and acceleration speed that the SLR has. And there's the finish line for us, a solid second place. Not bad for a car that was registered to be the slowest. That'll be very, very nice for our points. There we go, get the level up as well. Oh wow, we're leveling up real quickly. Alright, I think it is time to save and end the stream here. So let's make sure we do that. Thank you all so much for watching, I do appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun streaming for now almost a little over a year now. Thank you all so much for all the support and everything. It means a lot. That being said though, if you enjoyed the stream, please leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm doing poorly so I can fix that in the future. After all, constructive criticism does help people grow. It does help, you know, with development as well. If I don't know what the issue is, or if I don't get the advice, sometimes I won't know if I'm doing anything wrong. But thank you all so much regardless. And to all of you, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is for you, may it be a great time. And I hope to see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye!